Hey everybody, this is Trevor coming at you with another video, but this time it will not be a live commentary, it'll be an analysis of a game that I recently played. This game was between me, White, against Hieu, another chess player that graduated, at least I think he graduated, from a high school. So let's get started. I opened up with e4, c5, knight f3, and then he played knight c6. This is not an unusual opening. It's a Sicilian it's pretty much inviting d4, because then after Fianchetto, for example, he had a lot of pressure on this knight already. So that's the idea. I didn't play into main line. Instead, I tried to get my opponent out of the book and played bishop b5 and played g6. At this point, the opening is called Sicilian. What's it called? Nimzovich-Rosolimo attack. And this has been played recently, I believe in 2000. No, it's been played this year actually, 2013. But this exact variation that I'm playing has been played in 1997, I believe. So let's continue. G6, and then I castled. Right? Yeah, I castled. Alright. From this point, I castled because I want to develop him. I get my rook out, and my rook is very important in this type of opening to support this e5 pawn. This e5 pawn is going to be supported by the knight as much as it will be by a rook. Okay, and he played a6. Another point of the Rosolimo attack is just to threaten to double the pawns, and you don't double the pawns unless he actually threatens to. So let's play something like this. He played something like this. Well, this is the benefit of the Rosolimo, or not, of the regular Rosolimo, or of this variation as well. You make sure his pawn structure is fractured for the bishop pair. Usually when you trade off a bishop pair, you get some sort of compensation, like pawn structure defects on your opponent's side. Anyways, he played a6. I captured, and he decided to capture b. Now this type of game has been played in 1997 versus between a grandmaster from Spain, Majam, and Riemann, or something like that. They're high-rated players, and I went over the game, and White won. Reason why is White's advantages were proved to be stronger than Black's advantages. So let's continue. He played bishop. Oh no. What the heck did I do? I played rook here to support my pawn. Now this is very important. It'll be important for a future break or a future pawn push. If he plays Scheveningen, or a sort of Scheveningen type of thing, with king E or pawn to e5, then it's fine. I'll just have a supporter for this pawn for any counterattacks with this knight. So he played bishop here, and then I played c5. The correct idea is c3 and try to get an anti-Sicilian thing going, but I played c4 to clamp down on this d4 square. And you could say, well, he could play d4. Well, yeah, but he loses a pawn. And I'm not saying that in a way. Oh, no, or not. He loses a pawn. He loses some initiative. This position's interesting. There's ideas for both sides. I prefer. I don't know. It's unclear. So he could push d5, but position becomes unclear, I believe. Instead, my opponent played d6. He didn't go down that road. So I'll play knight c3 to reinforce the square, and then he played knight f6. Now this is where this rook comes in handy. I push the pawn push, and the reason I can do that because of the weaknesses here on c5 and c6. These are the main targets. Back here, when I created them, I said those are targets. And now right here, when I'm attacking, I say these are targets. And I gain some initiative. Now, you can see I'm attacking here. It's only bet. I recommended a line when I was playing with him like this. Bishop here, knight here, queen there, knight there. And then maybe castles. Oh no. What do I recommend? Oh, and then knight here, where I get some counterplay with the light square bishops, or with the bishop pair. That's what I recommended. Sorry. That's what I said I think would have been better. But what he did play was queen d6. Now this allowed me to highlight his weaknesses. I'm attacking this twice, he has to defend it again. He played here. He gave me the bishop pair, but I'm not taking it. Reason why is because I want to attack the weaknesses and keep the initiative. So I attack here, and he really didn't defend it because he tries to, he'll get attacked, and his weaknesses will just be exploited. So, and here, same idea. Just knight here, and you just get clobbered. So he really didn't try to defend it. Instead, he played knight g5, which I didn't understand because he still drops the pawn, but this time it's for nothing. I didn't see any counterplay here. So, after queen captures, and he played rook e8, d8, sorry. I couldn't help but play knight d5. It just looks ridiculous. It looks amazing. That's why I played it. Tactically, I found it, and I was like, ooh, I want to play that. But what he did was he defended his e7 square with queen to d6, and I was virtually forced to capture. He captured, and I retreated my knight. The correct move, I think, would have been knight c7, where I went a pawn, and then where we have a pawn. Okay. And then he played e6, which I personally didn't like because it locked in his knight square bishop to these squares over here. So I played knight here to centralize my knight, and also try to gain some counterplay, but he played here. Now, I think this is a mistake because it loses the bishop pair, like this. Now, this Noah's Ark thing is an idea, I'll show you at the end of the video, that he had with the a6 move that I didn't show you, that I should have showed you. And if you recognize the Noah's Ark pattern, you should tactically grasp some more other patterns, basically. So, he was forced to take, basically. Sorry, I'm being wordy. And I think, yeah, getting out of the way would have been better. And I try to hold on to a strong position and keep this bishop out of the game while your bishop is strong. But he didn't. He captured, which I think was a mistake. And then he castled. I don't think he should have castled. I think he should have gotten closer to the center and then continued on with his plan, because his plan was originally castles, king f2, and then bring his rook over here. But wouldn't it make sense more if he moved his king up here, and then rook be over, because he's closer to the center now, rather than being stuck on the back rank, two squares away from the third rank. Wouldn't it be much better for him? I don't know. He played castles, and he claimed it was a good move. I still don't see the good move, or the good in that. He played rook b8. I defended the pawn, and then this is when he starts running over here. Or no, he didn't start running over here. He plays f5. I capture, he captures, I capture, he captures. He pushed himself into that attack. And then I play b5. I try to get rid of the target here on this square. Okay. And then he starts moving his king up. Okay. Well, I still don't like it. I play here. I'm trying to get a pass pawn here, or possibly two. And then I think he played what I think was a mistake. He handed me the initiative. This move handed me the initiative, which initiative is sort of like who flinches. Sort of. I'm giving you a definition. Not a definition. I'm giving you a broad definition. It's basically saying that you're going to do something about that your opponent's going to react to you. That you're not going to react to him. He gave me that. So now I play here, and he has to react to it. He played here. So instead of this move, I think he should have played something like this, where he attacks his pawn and stays active. And he's a little better, I think. So he played pawn here. I played king here, and he's forced to defend. He could have played there. I don't think it made much of a difference. And then I played here. And if he didn't capture something like this, then I believe I just push here. I have pressure on this pawn. This pawn's protected. Alright, and it's going to be protected past pawn. Yeah, it's very strong. This position is really strange. So he took, I just took, he took, I took. Okay. And then at this point, he brought his king here. This told me that he wasn't sure what to do because he didn't go here. Here would have given him options to go here to. If he went king e6, it would have given him options to go to king d5, king f5. But seeing this move, I was sure that he wasn't certain on what to do. So let me drink my orange juice first. Okay. And then I played b6. He stopped his pawn from advancing. And then I played d4, which is just crushing. It attacks his pawn, and honestly, he can't do anything about it. He tried getting closer to it, but then I opened up a tactic. This move. This is a tactic. And I saw it from this point. I saw that I could win that pawn. Call me crazy, but I did. Yeah, I learned how to see this kind of stuff by playing chess puzzles on chessemerald.com. That really helped me. I'll post a link in the description. No, chess.emerald.net. That's what it is. I'll post a link in the description. It's a very helpful website. Anyways, d4, king here, pawn, bishop takes, and now he can't really defend his bishop. He has to walk away from it. That's embarrassing. He dropped the pawn for nothing. I get closer. He gets closer. I drop my rook note to the third rank to try to get myself options. He goes here. I go here to get closer to his pawn. And then he played here, which is somewhat of a blunder. It is actually a blunder. Because now he allowed this pawn the opportunity to go here. And now he really can't take this pawn because of the queen. So, he's going to have to sacrifice himself. If he goes back, he'll just lose it. So let me show you what I meant. If he goes back, he just loses the rook. Anyways, he captured, I captured, he captured. King here. Oops. King here. Ah. And then king here. Now, he played here, but you could argue that he could have played king c6, c6, but I worked this out in my head in the game. I would have played here, he would have tried to retain it, then I can play here. Let's do a little bit of counting. Right. Oops. Okay, hold up. Oh, wrong square, sorry. This square. There you go. That makes a large difference. You'll see why. Oh, see, Peter's like, it doesn't even matter anymore. There you go. And now you can't reach the pawn. Yeah. And if he, let's say he did push the pawn, at this point, if he did push the pawn, I think I would have just gone after it. And he can't really stop me. Yeah, he's not going to catch the pawn. So yeah, the game continued from this point with him just saying, okay, I see what I did. And I would have resigned, personally. I'd have been like, I know, I'm going to lose. Oops, what did he do is he went here, pawn here, king here. I made myself a queen. He pushed his pawn. And then, oops, I moved my king closer. Move this king here. Queen there. There, 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 there. Oops, no, not that square. I moved it there. There is a faster mate. I'll show you right now. But for the sake of the game, I'm just going to show you how it ended. There, and then there. So, the faster mate would have been a mate 3 here, which I didn't see because I was kind of like, like, He goes back, and then I go here. You can go there, and I'll just checkmate him. So that was a little bit faster, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was a nice 53 game, move game. So let me show you that Noah's Ark track from the beginning of the game. Or, yeah. What was it? There it is. So when he threatened the bishop, I couldn't just back up. Reason why is because of Noah's Ark. I go here, he pawn pushes. He's threatening my bishop. I have to move out of the way, and he closes it off. That's the Noah's Ark trap. And once you recognize patterns like this, you'll recognize some tactical capabilities in chess. Well, that was all for my analysis today. This is again me, Trevor Bruins versus I don't remember his username, but his name is Hieu from high school here in Arizona. Thanks for watching this video. Comment your questions on YouTube. I hope my analysis was enough. I tried making a video before this, but it was long, like heck long, because I was in-depth analyzing. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.